Hey kindergarten. Alrighty, we are on week 2 of our apple writing and you're gonna need a few things. You'll need your writer's notebook, a pencil, and your crayons. But for right now, we're gonna put these things aside and we're gonna check out all the ideas we have for our writing. So go ahead and put those over there. So I made this little chart with some ideas of things that we could write about. This week, we're going to write about which apple food we like the best. So I have a whole bunch of examples here. We could write about apple cider, apple butter, apple pie, caramel apples, apple chips like you may have made this weekend, peanut butter with apple slices, some apple sauce, apple cake, or just plain old apples if your favorite way to eat them is just eat them just how they are. So go ahead and think about which of these ways is your favorite for eating apples. I'm gonna choose mine as well. If you need to, you can pause the video and just think about it for a few. But I think my favorite way to eat apples is probably, well, I do love a caramel apple. I think I maybe eat them once a year, not very often, but I think that's what I will choose. Although those apple chips were really good too. And I do just like eating apples how they are. Today I'm gonna write about caramel apples. Nope, I changed my mind. I'm gonna write about apple cake. That's my favorite. You go ahead and choose your favorite. And whichever it is what you will write about. So you're not gonna copy me unless apple cake really is your favorite, but you're still not gonna copy me. You're gonna write your own ideas. And I chose apple cake. You choose the one that makes sense for you. So we'll move this out of the way. We'll bring our notebook back. I'm gonna put my crayons to the side. Now we'll be using our pencil in a moment, but let's go ahead and turn open to the page that we'll be writing on. So there's my name, there's our tree writing, our Constitution Day, apple writing from last week, and this is the page we'll be writing on today. So the very first thing we need to do is make sure you're holding your pencil correctly and draw a line here so that we will have some space to put our words when we get to that. We're not going to get to the words today, but when we do, we need a space for them. We don't want to take up the whole writing space. And then we're going to go ahead and write our names at the top. You write your name, not mine. You have your own. Now, in the middle is where we're going to draw our picture. And I have all of these beautiful crayons to use. I'm going to choose the one that looks most like an apple cake. So an apple cake is kind of golden-y. So maybe I'll use this one and this one. And then usually apples are sort of this color when they're in an apple cake. And again, if you are drawing something different, you will need different colors. So if you are drawing a caramel apple, choose the color that looks most like caramel. If you are drawing apples in peanut butter, make sure you choose a peanut buttery color as well as whatever color apple you like to eat. If you're gonna draw apple cider or apple sauce, choose colors for those. If you like eating an apple just how it is off the tree, choose the color that makes sense for that. But I'm gonna draw an apple cake. So I'll start with kind of a circle shape. Cakes are sometimes square or rectangle, but often they are circles. And I'm gonna color it in. Now I'm going kind of quick, but I want to make sure that I'm doing it carefully. So I'm not gonna go outside of the lines. I'll do my best. Alrighty. Now, that's kind of hard to see, so I'm gonna outline it with a little bit of brown because it has some sort of crispy layers. And then apple cakes usually they have pieces of apple sticking out of them. So I'm gonna draw some pieces that are sticking out. It's kind of looking like a chocolate chip cookie, only with green. That's interesting. Now, I like to cut a slice out of my cake, and when I do, it's usually sort of a triangle. So I'm gonna cut a slice. Uh-oh, my slice only has one piece of apple. Okay. there's my illustration of my apple cake. And that's all we're doing for day one. Maybe I'll add some more details over here. I could add like maybe, take this color. I'll add the plate that I'm gonna eat it on. Maybe even like, definitely need a fork to eat this. There's the fork that I'll eat it with. I'm gonna color that in a little bit. Now I'm not pressing too hard with my crayons because I don't want them to break. Alrighty, I think that's my apple cake. So I wanna make sure I'm taking care of my materials, so I'll put my crayons right back in. Oops. Gently. Let's see. Last one. Okay. I'm gonna close up my crayon box and I will see you tomorrow.